Guys, Count the Belts podcast episode, and we have a very special guest, Tyler, the owner of UFC, the president, and the man in the Bellator, Rampage James FTW.
Man, you just
How's
suck
it?
at doing my nicknames. I'm sorry. Well, everyone
How the
says
fuck do you
Tyler
say it?
Rampage James. It's Rampage Tyler James.
You know what? I don't see a Tyler on you. Okay, I'm just going off how it's said.
I'm sorry.
All right, bro. Let's get into the juicy stuff.
All right.
Or do you want to just slow and then make our way into the juicy stuff?
Yo. We'll start off with some small shit, then we'll get to the juicy shit.
All right, Tyler. So recently you just had UFC 6. Can you tell us about your favorite fight that night and how it was just in that new arena?
I have a few. That's the thing.
You can go ahead and tell.
I'm very biased, but I liked all of them. I don't like to be biased, but I liked all the fights. But if I have to pick, I go with Nareski versus Michael 3.
Ooh.
Callie Jace versus Isabel Soto. That was a really good fight for a woman.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Most of the women. Capone versus Paul.
Yeah.
That was a fight. It was just a knockout.
That was a quick knockout too.
McGregor versus Ferguson was a really good fight because
dude, yeah, straight domination.
But Connor can. I liked Uliardio versus Draco.
Ooh.
Silva versus Tara Bruce was really good.
Mhm.
Let me look. Raheem's fight was okay. There was a lot of subpar card. They weren't subpar to say, but compared to the other ones, you had your really good ones and you had your your average.
Yeah. There was this one fight that almost everybody was really not that pleased with.
Oh, I know what fight.
It was a women's fight. Ayumi, I think, was.
Ayumi and Azumi.
Yeah, I know. Me versus. That wasn't.
How do you feel about that?
That wasn't their fault. It was just Roblox. You know.
Yeah.
But, I think there's a mismatch. That's what I'll put it. Because Azumi is a really defensive fighter, and Ayumi is very. And usually they mix well, but that just did not because Azumi just wasn't. She seemed almost.
Yeah, I saw they were both getting off to a slow.
Yeah, they just seemed like they were afraid. It's one of them for you feel like. I don't know how to take that. I really did. It wasn't the most. It wasn't the best match. It wasn't the best fight on the card. Probably one of the lower ones. But in UFC as a whole, it's definitely not the one that I've seen. You can take that. Want to?
Yo, Tyler.
I was cutting out. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I was just saying how it wasn't the best fight on the card, but it wasn't the worst fight in the UFC, and really fight it as you want.
Yeah. So I know you've seen a lot of fights, being the president and all.
Yeah.
What is the worst fight that you've seen?
JJ Daniels versus Mark Akuma. 2.
Really?
The second one that they scripted.
Well, I wasn't there to see it.
You could tell that they were fucking scripting it.
Really?
Yeah, because you could see that JJ could have finished it so many times, but he kept backing up, and that's not how JJ fights. If JJ can finish you, he'll go in and finish you because he's just not one to take a risk because he's lost so much in his career. Because the dude's 4-4 right now, so.
So you think it was or they were just being very cautious?
I thought it was scripted. They admitted to it being scripted.
Oh.
Yeah, so they didn't get suspended for it because I said if you don't stop around round 3, that I'm just going to suspend you both and strip JJ of this title. And I said, Mark's not going to get his main event at UFC 7. And then JJ ends up beating Mark. So they stopped it. They went legit. JJ beat Mark.
Oh, all right. So I also wanted to ask you about you're hosting the Ultimate Fighter. So how's that going?
It was supposed to be last week. I canceled because of Pride, because I just wanted to, give them their time. I know they're doing a fight night at 2, but I should be. They're training around 3 for Tough. I mean, not 3. They're training around 4 p.m. East for Tough, and then we're doing the fights around 5.
All
and
right.
then I'm gonna dip. So the only thing I'm staying for is the fights. The trainers have to train them themselves. So
Yeah, so Beast is actually in the Ultimate Fighter. So how's that experience been?
is he? You talking to Beast or me?
Yeah, Beast.
Oh, I mean, nothing has been done really right now.
It'll
For
be
the time being.
tentative.
So who
You're gonna see action this Saturday.
Who do you want to fight, Beast, in the Ultimate Fighter?
I mean, I have a few people that I want to fight. I haven't really made my mind up.
All right.
I mean, I was gonna
Yeah.
fight Jacob, but then he ended up getting suspended. So
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah,
so who do you think? Who's your pick to win it all?
ooh,
See,
Drizzes.
it's tough because I like both teams. I'm gonna say either Driz or Marcel. The winner of that fight's winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I think Driz.
I think Driz is a good prospect, and if he wins, that means he's a challenger for the bantamweight title. So
Dude, Driz is tough.
he is a tough motherfucker, and I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah.
I signed the team because I want the very best.
So I saw that you recently added boxing rings into UFC gym. Is that to improve some of the fighters' striking, or just to box?
I just thought it was. I've always wanted to put the boxing rings in the gym. I just never had the time to.
Oh, all right.
I was always gonna put them in.
So, talking about boxing, there's GBF, IBF, I think is what it's called. RBL. There's a lot of boxing. I know you've done a lot in MMA, but have you ever thought about coming?
You see, it's always been a thought. It's never gonna be an action. I mean, I did talk to Brandon, and I kind of wanted to set something up in February. I might still do it. I might not. I'm not sure. I kind of want to, but it's like one. It's depending on how much you want to offer me, and 2, it's depending on how much how big the fight is. Like, I don't want to go in with some. All right, my first fight, I want to have someone relatively around my skill set because I'm not gonna be that good. My second fight, I want to fight somebody good, and I think that I'll be fine after that. I think I'll be fine in boxing. Like, I think I'll be done if I can just get 2 good fights.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would do pretty good in boxing, but I guess we'll never know, or we might. Who knows?
I mean, if you try to offer me a fight with Marty, I'm probably gonna turn it down. And that's
Oh,
not
hell
that's
no.
not because I'm afraid of Marty. That's just because I don't want to lose to an auto clicker. So,
Facts.
and I don't want to deal with somebody who steals my gem, tries to slander people, tries to come into my commission and say, "Oh, this is a very unbiased commission," sarcastically, and then start shit with me like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep coming to Bellator shows and fucking up your shows," like openly admitting to that. And Brandon still keeps him in there. It's just I don't want to deal with Marty.
Yeah,
like
I've had
Brandon.
a lot of discussions with Brandon about
Yeah.
what Marty has admitted to, what he has done, and Brandon still allows him to fight. But you know what? It's not my group. I have gave Brandon a lot of advice about that.
I like Brandon. I like him.
Yeah, me too.
But it's just I don't think Marty's doing good business for GBF, and that's no shade towards GBF. That's a lot of shade towards Marty, though. And I don't care if he listens to this or not and tries calling me out on this, because what's he gonna do? You gonna fucking exploit me? You gonna fucking DDoS me? I don't give a shit, dude. I'll come find you. Come fucking square up with me. Send me your location. I will come fucking fight you.
Fucking
I'm not
call
bullshitting.
outs. Marty's a fact.
So on the topic of Marty, he tried to expose you for using auto clicker, but we know
At
that
his
Marty
gym,
does use
yep.
auto clicker. How do you feel about that? Like, How do you feel that he's being a hypocrite right now?
Well, so when I went to his gym, it was right after he exploited the Bellator
That
show
was
like a day.
annoying.
Pulled up to his gym. They were like, "Let's do a gym tournament," and I was like, "All right, perfect time to fuck this up." Pull out the auto clicker, shit on a couple people. Then I get beat by Sat, and he starts trying to expose me. But he's still trying, and who cares? Nobody. He's got nobody's attention. It's fine.
I mean, there's a lot of shit on Marty. Like Credo fight with Credo and Marty, they both went up to 20 clicks per second.
Yeah, that was
It's pretty tough.
strange. Tyler, so
I think you can definitely go up to 20 CPS. I'm telling you. But Marty definitely auto clicks. Like if you're consistently at 20, that's a no go. But if you can be at 20 and you'll drop to like 12, then drop to 1, then keep going up. If you're consistently moving, then that's different. But if you're consistently going up without dropping, then you're definitely auto clicking.
yeah. So Tyler,
Nobody's
how do you
consistent.
feel about auto clicking, and what has UFC done to?
Auto-clicking's fucking stupid. See, when I came around back in my day, I sound fucking old saying this. Back in my day, we used to do everything legit. There was no auto-clickers, there's none of that bullshit. There was just won or you lost, it didn't fucking matter. And in the UFC, basically my steps of preventing that was stamina and having an NDL. Stamina screws auto-clickers over, because if you drain your stamina, you're fucked. Simple.
Yeah, I like the stamina system. That's
Yeah.
The stamina system
might not even need NDL.
Yeah, the stamina system wasn't for the auto-clickers, it was just because I wanted a sense of realism in fights, because I don't want to know who's the best at fucking timing with their tools. I want to know who's the best with all these obstacles in their way. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that I've found a good way of finding that out. I might have to mute in a second because my sister's going to sleep and she might come in here.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll cut it out.
Yeah, I'll let you know though.
Alright. Tyler, how did you come up with ATT?
How'd I come up with American Top Team? So American Top Team happens to be a team I do like. Woodley's on it really, and then there was Lashley, Kimbo Slice, King Mo. There's just a lot of just fighters that I knew that were on the team, and some of them I like, some of them I don't like. I kind of just like the whole American Top Team thing. I like the logo and shit, so I was like, well, we don't really have any fight teams. People have been asking me about fight teams. I'm like, why don't I just make one? And then I just recruited some of the best fighters, most of the best fighters, because at the time when I recruited, the heavyweight champion was Drake Armstrong. The light heavyweight champion was still Alex Hem, but I recruited Raheem. Was Brock at the time. The welterweight champion was still Michael, so I recruited him. Lightweight champion was Mark Akuma, but I recruited Diego. Because Diego was 3-0 at the time. 3-1, so it worked. Or 2-1, something like that. But then I recruited recruited Ricardo. This is before he won the belt. Featherweight, Jason Michael was already champion at the time. Bantamweight, I had Steph, but Steph was also a flyweight. But this was before I got the flyweight division. Flyweight champion, and he also fought in bantamweight. And then I had Jeff Storm, who was the champion. So we had a bunch of champs on the team. It's just I think it's just progressively getting better with new stars coming in like Driz, Darlene, Logan. I think these people can be really good. Like
Pretty safe to say that you're happy with the roster.
Yeah, like I'm always opening, of course, but it's just ones I feel like I can really mold into a style that I like. Because if you go back into my old career, not kind of like that. I don't like bragging about my accomplishments. I know I seem like I do. I just do it to joke around. But in reality, I really hate that shit. But if I can make somebody into a fighter, then they can be unstoppable. I'm not saying that I was unstoppable. People could beat me. It was more so I lost that decision back in the day.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
And they were just kind of bullshit decisions,
Right.
matches in short fashion. So it was just, if I can make somebody that fight like I used to fight, then I set them up for success. Skills, they just needed the coaching, you know?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, Tyler.
Yeah.
So with you, being one of the biggest names in MMA, being in the Hall of Fame, I know you still fight. So how do you feel when you put it all on the line, even though you already have had all the accomplishments and you're already in the Hall of Fame?
I mean, I'm still putting it all on the line because, I enjoy what I do out there. Win or lose, in the end of the day, I'm still having fun. That's all that matters. Back then, it used to be about winning titles and being the best because, I mean, a lot of people are like, where did it go? Where did it all go? I mean, that's enough to lose a lot of your skill. I was in my prime when I retired, basically. And, I've been in my prime for a long time.
Right.
Basically, when I started, I didn't get handed a decision loss until I was 12-0 with 2 titles, So, and then I was like 20-0, and then I had my 2 no contests or overturned decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I was one of those people that could really just pull a card. Like, if that was just becoming a shit show, because back then we used to get booked every 2 months, maybe. So if there was a card that was a shit show, whether or not I was defending, they'd put me on the card because they knew I could draw.
Yep.
And wherever I went, the only place I ever went was RCL. The reason I never went there was one, I originally thought I was never allowed, and I never felt the need to.
Interesting.
I like the guy.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't fight Roblox Combat League.
Yeah, but a lot of people did come from RCL. A lot of my friends went to RCL, and they always asked me, "Why aren't you going?" And
I always like the RCL gym.
Yeah. Oh, great. Dylan's a good host too. He's a great guy. He really is.
Yeah.
He's done a lot for this community. He's the whole reason this part of MMA still exists in general. He created that, and I will. Originally, he was opposed to me doing the UFC, which is kind of funny, but he's actually happy I did it now. Because I've become successful with it.
Yeah, I think we're all happy.
I don't think
you're the owner of the UFC.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been more successful on something on this site than I have with doing this. And I've become pretty successful in other areas, like in clean and roleplay, and animated pro wrestling. Just pro wrestling, I was really good, and I was a good host, and I just took those promoter skills and I brought it to MMA, and I just exceeded. And I kind of just revived the dying community.
Yeah, so, Tyler, I know you row wrestled and you had a row wrestling.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yeah, so like a person like me that doesn't know much about row wrestling,
What were you saying you cut out?
Yeah.
So a person like me that doesn't know much about row wrestling, what is row wrestling?
Depends on which side you're trying to get. Because there's multiple sides. You've got the clean side, you got the roleplay side, and you got the animated side. The animated side is what LSM makes. It's the animations and all that. Clean is the punch tool, basically. You just use clean all the time, and you just fight with that until someone dies. And roleplay, you just act out the moves. And they're all different in their own ways, and they're all a part of me in my own, mind. Just because I've done this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's basically preference, it's what you perceive wrestling as in any of those areas. And it's not saying that one's better than the other, or I do prefer some more than others. Like, I love roleplay and animated more than clean because I've had so much bad blood in clean. It's just, it was a toxic community for me. I couldn't be there. And I like a lot of people who are clean or wrestlers, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of people I don't like over there too. Roleplay, I just fell out of love with wrestling. It was the same with anime. I just really fell out of love with wrestling. I found I've always had a love for MMA. I love the realism. I love not to say wrestling's all fake and shit. I know it's predetermined and not everything's real, of course, but a lot of shit is real, and I got a lot of respect for them because they put their bodies on the line. But MMA is just something I really found a calling to.
Yeah.
So that's just how I got there. That's how I ended up here. To be honest, this isn't the first time I tried a UFC Fed. I tried it back in 2016. Didn't really work out. Shut it down. I came back here 2018, and
Now you have the most famous.
Yeah, no,
So what titles did you win in? Like, what have you done in pro wrestling?
Pro wrestling. I don't remember a lot of my clean. I remember my last clean title was an RPW hardcore. I won a lot of hardcore titles, and I won a few world championships here.
Alright.
And then in RP, I won a shit ton of world championships at once. It was fucking crazy, dude. Everyone pushed me at once. It was crazy.
So, your Pro Wrestling Fed. How many members did that one have?
PCW, my clean fed had close to 400 or 500 members, I think, and my roleplay fed had 500 members, or 600 members.
So you were a pretty big name in the Pro Wrestling.
Huh?
You were a pretty big name in the Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my RP fed had 6. I think it was close to 5. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was a pretty big name in both. I was more of a big name in roleplay, and that's kind of where I brought my name value in MMA, is I roleplay guys over.
Alright, yeah.
You know?
Alright, so Tyler.
Yeah.
I know you recently opened up the. So how do you, now that, I cut out?
Yeah.
I said, I know you recently opened up the commission.
Yeah.
For all feds. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to talk about? All right. The commission. I think that was a really good idea, to be honest, because there was just the timing was perfect because people were getting away with things, and it was just like other feds were suspending them, and other feds weren't, and they would get away with things and go to other feds and fight. And I just was like, yeah, that's not okay, because it all started because Tommy and Doreen and it was just that whole situation back at the end of December that just kind of set me off. And then then Doreen ends up. I ended up having a conversation with her. She's fine. She's improved. She's great now. Like, she doesn't talk shit to really anybody. But Tommy kept going with people. Her, or whether it was I don't think he kept going with her, but he kept going with other people. The whole Jono thing, and I'm kind of just like, I'm kind of getting sick of this. Neil's getting sick of it. Ben was getting sick of it, and I'm pretty sure Grayson was getting sick of it. And I was kind of like, Ben was talking to me about it. He's like, we should make a commission type of thing. You should be the president. I go, I was thinking the same thing, dude. So we just did it. And all the feds come together. We talk about suspensions and shit. We talk about cases, who she suspended for how long, and I think Tommy's the longest suspension I've ever given out, even in pro wrestling. I've never suspended anyone for more than a month. I suspended Tommy for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, 2019 basically started off as the year of suspensions. I think we've had 13 suspensions already.
I think there's more than that. So we have Jacob who's had a suspension. I think his suspension got length. It was more than he had a week suspension for fighting after his fight. So this is a second offense. So we got a month suspension. Okay. Merson had a 2-week suspension because of things going on in Bellator, but we kind of cooled down with him. He's gonna be fine. He's got 10 more days left on his. Josh Laganessa, I don't know how to say his name. He got a month suspension. I don't know if he's ever gonna come back because he's in and out. Tommy Smith Jr. originally had a 2-week suspension. That was his first offense, but it got moved to 6 months.
Yeah.
Rashim Ali, which is model, he got suspended. Matt Paul got suspended for a week because he was attacking after his fight, I think. Is that what he
Yeah.
did? Yeah, he was attacking
He
after
always
his fight. But that's the second time he's done that. Haley Olsen Banding got suspended for the same thing. Tommy, 6 months. And Samuel Mason got suspended for a month. So it's just, people have just been getting whacked with suspensions, dude.
Yeah, the commission is.
Oh, and then we got 2 banned fighters. I think, well, 3 technically, but that's just from one Fed. Or no, 4. But 2 of them are from one Fed, and 2 of them are for all Feds.
Alright. So, Tyler.
Yeah.
When are we going to see UFC versus Bellator 2?
Should be sometime in June.
June?
I'd say June or August, because it can't be in July, because July is International Fight Week.
Oh, alright. So, how the sort of rivalry you have with Bellator?
I wouldn't call it a rivalry, I'd say friendly competition, because I don't think, not to be cocky, but no one's really in any place to be rivaling with us right now. That's not to throw shade at anybody, it's just no one's, that big right now. Not to say no one's going to get that big, because I believe in Bellator and Pride, and one in Strikeforce. Well, Strikeforce is under the UFC anyway, so it doesn't matter. Strikeforce grows with the UFC. But, I guess it's one of the perks you have with Strikeforce is that, you have the endorsement from UFC. But, yeah. But I just think right now, we're not really competitive with anybody. I say it's just friendly.
Yeah. Because I know you and Neil go back and forth, but it's friendly competition, right?
Yeah. I mean, fuck them, but still. I mean, I talk shit to them on Twitter all the time, but we're not serious, no. I mean,
you guys, just goofing.
Yeah, I mean, you might see a Silva versus James 3, not 2. But not anytime soon.
Yeah, so
Definitely not.
Tyler, I know you like to talk a lot of shit,
I do like to talk a lot of shit, dude. I just when I start, I can't stop, so I just keep going and going. I don't know what I'm talking about after a certain point. I just say the most random shit, but it's funny. Yeah, no, I don't stop.
So, one of the main things that you and me wanted to talk about on this podcast, the whole situation with Jenny.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker, dude. I never want to see her fight ever again. Oh my god. I do not want to see her or Stella Rose ever fighting in MMA ever again. Oh my god, they're pieces of shit for that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How are you gonna leak somebody like that? Come on, how low do you gotta be? Like, yeah, sure, they shouldn't have sent that shit, but who are you to judge them on that, That's somebody threatening themselves to another person. That's a private shit. But if you're gonna get involved in that and start spreading shit around, man, you're a fucking scumbag, and you deserve to rot in hell.
Yeah.
About it. Yeah, it's just, and other banned fighters like Samuel got banned from Pride because he made fun of Ben for having a health issue. That's fucked up, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not banning him because it's not because I don't care about Ben, because I do care about Ben. I'm not banning him because it's just, I don't see it as on the same level as that, It's words. Yeah. I see words differently than, actions, because, unless they're like racist words, it's different and I have to do something. But like, Tommy got banned from Bellator. I'm not banning Tommy from UFC. Yes, I understand Tommy's very disrespectful. Was very disrespectful. I understand what Samuel did was very disrespectful, but I punished them both.
Yeah, thankfully.
So I think if they don't learn, then it keeps adding up, and it gets to a point when's enough gonna be enough?
Yeah, I was really disgusted by the whole situation.
Yeah. I hope that these two come back from their suspensions and just turn themselves around, because they're both good fighters. They're too good to be getting in this kind of shit.
Mm.
And that's what you see with a lot of people that get suspended. They're people who are good, but they're getting into shit. They're getting too ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
And you just can't do that.
So Tyler,
Yeah.
I know you just recently had a fight, about a very controversial fight because it was nobody lost, so the loss was not added on anybody's record.
Man, I was pissed. I was lagging so bad. That venue was so fucking laggy, dude.
Yeah, I
It
saw
was
you
shit.
spiking.
I've never called lag once. I swear to God. But I was legitimately lagging, and you could see me spiking.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting pissed. I never usually get pissed over this shit. I don't usually take it serious, but I was just getting pissed because I'm spiking and this computer sucks. But when I get up my monster PC, y'all better watch out because I'm fucking people up.
Oh, call out.
Shit.
I already know who I'm calling out after Bellator 7, but we'll keep that a little secret.
All right.
We'll keep that a
So,
little secret.
Tyler, when is enough going to be enough? When are you going to retire for sure?
I need a couple more belts around my waist and I'll be happy.
Ooh, all right. What belts are those going to be?
All of them.
Pride?
Pride, Bellator 1. Not Strikeforce because I can't fight there. Not UFC either. K1. I'll get a belt anywhere I can get a belt.
Yeah, you don't want to get one in UFC and be like Marty, be a champion in your own.
I'm already technically a UFC champion, but I was a different UFC. It wasn't Rick, so it was a different UFC though. I'm technically a UFC and Bellator champion, just two different versions. But yeah, no, it's just I find it funny. I find it's just weird how I got back here. I thought I was done in 2016. I never had any intentions of running a federation, or here at least.
Yeah, and now he's a very successful group.
Yeah.
So
Like I'm very disconnected from pro wrestling at this point, dude.
yeah,
Like I'll still come to shows and shit, but like I'm not like actively fighting. I'm semi-retired basically. Like I'll still fight here and there, but like that's it. Like one-off shits.
all right. So
Like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
shit, I forgot.
What I was saying was like this event that I'm going to called Bloodsport. I'm fighting February 2nd because it's a shoot style event basically. It's like it's wrestling but it's real,
Oh, all right. Here we go.
It's
I got it.
It's like
Okay.
a pancreas.
So when are we gonna see UFC Hawaii, or did you already?
UFC 7. I said.
Ooh, so it's gonna be in Hawaii.
Yeah, UFC 7's in Hawaii, and the headliner is McGregor versus.
Oh, that's gonna be a good.
Oh yeah.
What's your prediction?
Oh, that's tough. It's not tough because obviously, like people obviously say Connor, but if you can out wrestle Connor, then you're fine. Connor
Connor's
can't.
a good striker.
Connor's not a good wrestler though.
Yeah.
And if you can get decent striking and you have really good grappling, you can beat him. I guarantee you. I think that's his weakness. And he's probably gonna listen to us and be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna train in wrestling," but that's just not that simple. It really isn't. If you have a grappler that's predominantly grappling and they work on their striking, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You seen it with Jason Michael at UFC 4, I think it was. Yeah, when Mac Nareski just fucked him up. And then Jason came back with with decent ground game and fucked Mac up,
Yep.
So it's just, I feel like anybody can win on any given day, but it just all depends on who wants it more that day.
Personally, I think Connor by knockout.
Uh, I don't know, man.
So, what are some of the confirmed fights for UFC 7?
Let me go check.
All right.
Off the top of my head, that's why. Because they're completely there's like a bunch of new challengers, that's why. Confirmed fight announcements, there we go. I've scrolled past the fight night card. Did I confirm any fights for UFC? Yeah, I did. There we go. I even have UFC 8 fights confirmed. Alright, so heavyweight title fight, Liliardio versus Kel Pice. Interim light heavyweight title fight, you have Max Payne versus Raheem De Niro, the champ. Middleweight title fight, Neo Silva versus Emerson Brown. Welterweight title fight, Diego Vasquez versus Michael Manchester. Oh shit. Mark Akuma versus Conor McGregor for the lightweight title. JJ Daniels versus Jason Michael for the featherweight title. Umi Love versus Isabel Soto for the flyweight title. Steph versus Matt Paul for the men's flyweight title. And that's it for now.
Yeah, so Neo.
Yeah.
I know you he was gonna lose his recent fight, but he ended up winning. So
See, I never have once in any of there's only a couple of fights that I've actually predicted Neo to win.
which are those?
His fight against Nick Styles, his fight against Vince, Mikey, David Thompson, but he lost the fight against David Thompson. Actually, I predicted most of his fights that he was going to win, and he lost 2 of them, and he won 3. Both the Brock fights, I said he was going to lose.
And he won.
He won 1. He lost 1, and he won 1. And 1's no contest.
Yeah, wasn't one no.
Yeah. So that one just doesn't count. But Brock won the first fight that they ever had. That it wasn't for any belts. It was the first time both of them had fought in the UFC, and Brock beat him by decision. That was the first decision they ever had. It was on Fight Night 1.
Fight Night.
So that's going all the way back to like August, dude. Like start of August.
Jesus.
It was like right after UFC 1, which was the first show. It's just crazy to see how far we've come.
So, what are some of your plans coming into 2019 for the UFC?
I'm gonna fucking take over. there's no doubt about it. If I haven't taken over yet, I'm gonna fucking take over. Everyone's trying to keep up with me. I'm not being cocky at this point. I'm just stating what's true right now. Everyone's trying to keep up with me. LXM and I keep planning shit. There is a lot of cool shit that is gonna be coming out this year. I'm just saying that right now. And the UFC is only gonna benefit from it, you know? And yeah, sure, we're releasing our punch, push, pull system that we have right now with the ragdoll. I think we're releasing that and the stamina system. But he's releasing it when he makes a UFC or MMA based game. So yeah, that's when I'll start picking up the overalls again.
Yeah. So are we ever gonna see a submission tool?
Oh, we're definitely gonna see the submission tool.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people are excited.
What did you say? You cut out.
My bad. I said I know a lot of people are excited.
Yeah, no, I keep getting asked about it.
So what are some of the submissions?
I'll
say that.
I want to say I'll give you some teasers. All right.
All right.
I want to say the Darce choke. These are ones that I've asked him for.
Mm-hmm.
The Darce choke, the guillotine. I'm talking about grounded guillotine, where your head's already in the ground.
Yeah.
Rear naked choke. Triangle armbar. Triangle choke. Just a
no heel hooks.
What? No, definitely heel hook. There's a bunch of different ones that I can't go through them all right now because I can't remember all of them.
All right. So is there anything you want to say? Or you want to talk?
I got one thing. Neo Silva, you absolutely suck.
Oh shit!
Damn. Oh. That's gonna stir some shit up.
Nah, I don't think. All right, Tyler. You got any call outs or anything you want to?
All right, I'm gonna shout out to my sponsors because this is my sellout time. So shout out to if I can remember everyone on the canvas real quick.
Crop out
Alright.
12.
Practically, G Rivera Steakhouse, XCWE, Suplex Clothing, 1FC, I know I'm forgetting one.
Bro.
I'm GM Grand. I don't know. D's out.
Shit.
D's out also means
bro.
out. I don't know if you caught on to that. Yeah, that's what D's out means.
Alright.
I think that's it. I also anyone I want to call out?
Yeah.
Neil, anytime you're down for that rematch, I'm gonna fuck you up. Anyways, Neo Silva, 6 feet tall. Boy, until I met you, I didn't know they could stack crap that high. Man, come over to 185 pounds with me, fight me at 205, fight me at 265. I don't give a shit. I will knock you out again, man. Because in the end, I'm 185 pounds of American steel and raw sex appeal.
Oh.
The largest arms, the greatest charm, and all the harm. Bad guy, Tyler James. You know, I'm gonna tell you a story of what I did one time. I went over to Neo Silva's house, you know? But he wasn't home. So I just walked in, and I slapped his wife on the ass, and I told her, make me a steak, medium rare, just the way I like it. You know, Neil thinks he's all big and bad because he's from Chicago. You know?
Yeah.
But I live in Westland, Oregon, man. And I've seen way worse than he's definitely seen. One time, a man littered on the street. I had to see that. And yeah, sure, somebody eventually picked it up, but I saw that man litter on the street, and that scarred me mentally. And you know what else I saw when I was growing up? That man jaywalked across the street, and there was a cop who did nothing about it, and that still scarred me to this day.
Dude,
He knows what it's like to grow up in those dark times. You know what? No, I'm gonna share one more story with you to even prove it further. My neighbors, they had twins, and they had to share a Cadillac because they were twins. They had to share that Cadillac. Do you know how painful that must be to have to share that Cadillac? Oh my god, that's just
Jesus Christ.
I had to grow up with that, and Neo thinks he's all big and bad because he's from Chicago. He has no idea what he has to deal with. Man,
that's... Here, Neo.
What? What'd you say?
Oh no, I said he's calling you out.
This man, fuck that shit. No, fuck this shit. Neo Silva's taking everything I've worked for. I'm gonna fight his ass. Motherfucker. He be playing touch butt with that guy in the ponytail in the park.
At the park.
Yeah. And you say my team's a bitch. You seem to have all the answers. I don't think so, motherfucker.
Nate Diaz.
401 represent, baby.
Alright, Tyler. Any last things?
Fuck Marty.
Yeah, facts. Fuck Marty.
Alright. I think I'm... No, I'm not done. I got one more thing to say.
Alright.
One more and I'm done, alright? Marty's gay. They got dead silent too. I was like, oh shit, I gotta think of something to say. I didn't know what to say.
Fucking Tyler, bro.
That's just me for you. I'm the most sporadic person you'll meet, dude.
All
I'm
right, ladies and
genuine.
gentlemen, podcast number 3. Thank you, Tyler James, for coming, taking to come on the podcast.
Oh, no problem. I'm just gonna take some souvenirs.
Oh! We have to cut the words, Jeff.
Yeah. So, Tyler, what was that thing that happened in Bellator?
At Bellator?
Yeah.
Oh. So this is how I single-handedly ruined an entire Bellator show. So this all started when I joined the server, because I had never been to a Bellator show since Bellator 1. So I'm like,
Right.
you know what, I'm just gonna chill here, I'm just gonna be me, just chill around, you know, maybe fuck around with Neil. No one really showed up, there's like 13 people, so he's like, I'm just gonna do a fucking fight night, it's not even a pay-per-view. So, you just do these fights, and then those girls started talking to me in the crowd, and she was like, "What's up, Poppy?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just like fucking with people. Like, I'm not into this shit at all. Trust me, I'm really not. I just
Don't
want
worry.
to fuck with
You
people.
sure?
Nah, I like to fuck with people. I know it sounds really bad. It's not.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, fuck.
so I go back to Neo's office and I teleport her there because I go, I'm gonna prepare for my fight with Neo because I said I'm fighting you again, Neo, you fucking bitch. And then I end up fucking I'm beating with this girl and I'm in this office clapping cheeks, dog, and fucking he comes back there and he starts clapping cheeks too. And we're not even paying attention to the fights going on. We're just clapping cheeks. And then I'm on the couch and she's facing me and he's hitting her from behind. Oh my god, this was bad. This really was bad. Then I
Dude,
fought him and I knocked him out.
This is the non-PG part of the podcast.
No, it's not.
This is podcast
the
after
reality of
hours.
rolling. This is the roll of the day. This is like reality. I'm not ashamed of this. I'm proud of it.
You're proud of it.
And no. The best part about this was you weren't here for this. She fucking joined the server. The server.
Yeah, server at the beginning.
Oh.
Right
And then
before
Capone
the
tried slut shaming her.
Oh, fuck.
I did.
And I was like, what if she hops on me mid podcast? What do I do?
Give me a porno.
Then you're gonna have to
Yeah,
go
it's
part 2.
Oh god. That
Go round 2 in
this
the
time
chat.
is- I'm gonna bring her my office next show. Oh my god, we're awful human beings.
Dude.
I'm not ashamed of this. I'm proud of this. I'm not lying.
You're just
I'm an asshole. People gotta learn that.
fucking crying.